Hey guys, so early on in this video series, I talked about the bike that I'm building and how it needs a name. Well, I got thinking that I haven't really come up with a name yet. I've got a lot of good suggestions, and I finally kind of settled on a name, which I guess is a good thing. Getting ready to go and actually kind of do a shakedown ride this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Gonna go do some camping. Try out the camping gear, just overall see if the bike's going to work for me or not. If there's certain aspects of the bike or the gear that's not going to work, it gives me a little bit of time to purchase new gear or switch things up a little bit and just get where I need to be. So, like I said, early on I kind of polled all of you guys, as well as my friends, family, said, hey, we need a name for this bike, something that's going to be fitting. And I've gotten a lot of suggestions. And I finally come up with a name for it. Now, the one thing that's unique about this bike that I haven't done with others is I actually have a decal that I've made and actually have put on this bike for that name. So I'm going to show you some bikes here, and won't really give you backstory of the names or anything. That could be a video for another day, I guess. But like any cyclist, how many bikes do you need? Well, a lot, I guess. So if we actually look here, the first bike I have here is kind of my play bike. It's a Scott, I can't remember for the life of me what it is, what model it is. It was a 2016. It's full carbon. I've got some giant PSLR rims on it. Got just brand new. I've got a Harlequin diamond wrap on here, which that was my first attempt at it. It didn't turn out great, but it's a really sweet ride. Done some custom decaling with some yellow on here, just to kind of make it pop a little bit. I call this bike Black Velvet. Don't have a decal or anything for it. Since doing a decal with my bike for doing the Tour Divide, I have decided I'm probably going to get a decal made from the same people for this. So there's that bike. And that's, like I said, that's my play bike. I do all my road riding, for recreation on that. Any kind of riding to be fast, have fun, whatever. Now my workhorse bike is a Giant. It's the Defy 30, I believe. I've had that since 2014. This is my all-around commute bike. I commute every day to work, to and from. It's 5 miles each way, and this basically just gets me wherever. It's been through a lot: rain, snow, sleet, storms, hail, everything. And so it's a really good bike. This bike I call White Lightning. When I first got it, it was really, really fast, and that name just kind of came to me. So the third bike I want to show is my Scott. It is the Scott Aspect. I don't recall which version of the Aspect it is, but it's got, of course, front shocks that can be locked out, as you can see. It's a pretty sweet ride. I never really fully came up with a name for it. I usually just kind of refer to it as Scotty. Or sometimes we'll say Great Scott, but so that's kind of its name. And so I also have a Fuji, which requires some work. The seat tube is a little broken on it, and so I got to get that repaired and get that bike back up. That one doesn't really have a name either. That's my Fuji. It's a big touring bike. So that leaves us with the bike I'm getting ready to take this weekend. The Tour Divide bike, as it is, with the red, white, and black kind of color scheme. I've got it mostly decked out. I still got to pack it. As you can see up front here, we have the roll bag, which is pretty much cinched up. It's got my sleeping bag, tent, pad, all that kind of stuff in there. It's ready to go. Of course, got the custom forks, custom color scheme, custom cable housing. Got the Shimano Ice Tech brake rotors, got the Victoria Mezcals. Of course, I'm running my Garmin 800, or no, 810 actually, and I'm running the newest model of the Night Rider light. Of course, we talked last video about the custom wrapping, doing a 3-color Harlequin wrap. So that's kind of what it looks like with the bike. I think it looks pretty good. There's a lot going on there, but I think that works. I got some Rogue Panda bags, both for the seat and for the gas tank. And then I've also got a Rogue Panda saddlebag, which mounts right behind it. I did do a number of decals for this, custom decals from a place called Sticky Life. They do a really good job with vinyl decals. So the first vinyl decal that I did was this little C with tomahawks, and anyone that's a sports fan, and especially a hockey fan, would know that that's part of the Chicago Blackhawks, which is my favorite team, so that's kind of part of the theme for the bike. With some of the components and stuff I put some of these decals on here. I think if you look on this other side here, there's some decals as well. Then on the on each of the chain stays, the drive side one and the left side, you'll see I've got numbers, and those represent championship playoff years for the Blackhawks. There are 3 on the other side. And then the whole purpose of this video was to kind of reveal the name for the bike. So as you can see here, I've got a decal that kind of accentuates the colors for the Blackhawks, kind of like you'd see with their jerseys and stuff like that, and the name for the bike, which is Stan. Could be termed as short for Stanley. So there's one on that side, and then if you actually look over here on the other, you'll see that there's one just like it on the opposite. It's just mirrored. So did those custom image. It's a custom image, and put them together, uploaded them on Sticky Life, and it turned out really, really great. I'm quite happy with it. So that's the bike's name. The name's Stan. It's a really sweet looking ride. I'm going to find out tomorrow and Sunday how sweet it really is, if it rides really well. Probably look for some video, some highlights and stuff early next week. We'll do another video about the ride, about kind of my analysis of the gear and everything as I get ready. We're less than 5 weeks out from flying up there. It's getting closer. The anxiety's getting a little bit more. Site update, I've been working on the website, getting close to getting the blog up, along with all the other odds and ends on the site that I'm trying to get up. So keep your eyes out for that. I plan to do a video log as well as hopefully do some blog work while I'm up there, you know, just maybe even in the tent at night, you know, before I go to bed or something, just a little update, you know, textual that maybe isn't video. So that's pretty much it for today. Appreciate the comments and feedback and stuff coming, the emails, all that. Keep them up. If you guys got questions, comments, whatever, feel free to respond. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. You guys have a great one, and hopefully Stan and I will have a great weekend.